What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Me and Carney. So today's video is somewhat of an introduction to the garage, the Dream Garage build. Now, this is actually video 2, so it's probably kind of confusing how you're doing that introduction in video 2. That being because video 1 was actually these garage door installation panels. These, by the way, these garage door installation panels are awesome. It is currently 20 degrees outside, and it feels great in here, all right? With these panels and this little little baby heater I have right here, the garage feels awesome. Like I can sit here and do a video with no problem. So that's video 1, but I was watching back video 1 and realized I never actually introduced the entire plan. So a lot of people probably sitting there watching, wait, what are you doing? You're building a garage? You're fixing your own garage? What are you doing? So today is the actual official introduction to the garage build series, the Dream Garage Build series. I guess we're gonna call it that. And I want to discuss all the little intricacies of what we're doing, why we're doing it, how we're doing it, how much it's going to cost to do it, that type of thing. So I guess the best way to do it is start off with the plan. Yeah. So the plan for this garage. This is my full length garage right here. I'm standing in the corner of it. I don't know the square footage of it. We'll get it at some point. But this is the full layout of my entire garage. Now, growing up, I never had a garage. This is the first garage I've ever had, which to me felt like the dream. All right, I actually have a garage. That's a dream for me. But we've been living here for almost 10 years, and this is not the dream, okay? The dream fell short somewhere. What happens to a dream deferred? Anyway, so the plan is to completely empty this garage. Now, I like empty space. I don't know about you. I love to see just emptiness. I don't want anything in every corner. I just want to see emptiness. So the plan here is to empty this entire garage. The only thing that will be left in here is the car, the weight bench, and all the workout equipment, and that Stanley toolbox right there. If it's not one of those, it's out of here. It's gone. It's out of here. Won't be in here. And that's the plan. So I want you to imagine aesthetically. I want you to imagine a high-end showroom, right, at a dealership. High-end showroom mixed with a high-end gym, mixed with some sort of a lounge space. And that's what I want. I want it to be comfortable enough for me to park my cars in here, to work on the cars in here, to work out every day like I always do, and to actually have a chill spot. To achieve said plan, everything in here needs a place to go. So we're going to talk about storage a little later on. We'll get to it, okay? So that was the plan. Let's talk about the budget. The budget for this garage, Dream Garage build, I hate saying it too, but the budget is $800. That's it. And to some people that might be like, oh, that's a lot. You can do a lot with that. Some people I'm like, you can't really do anything with $800. So the reason I say that that's not a lot of money is because, like for example, we're talking about storage. The plan was for everything in here to go in a storage shed, an outdoor storage shed. And guess how much that shed costs? The shed is $800. So we have to find an alternative for that. Same thing goes for the floor. The plan was to put these floor tiles in, and to do my garage alone with those floor tiles is like $1,800. So there you have it. The plan is to do what we can with $800. So right now the alternate plan is to find alternatives for storage. That's why you saw me go to the store and get these 27-gallon totes right here. So what we're going to do is take as much stuff as we can from over here that can fit in totes, and we're going to organize them in these 3 totes. Now, what I like about totes is that you can, it's a good way of storing things. You can take the totes, and the plan is, like I said, nothing's going to be over here, and I can stack the totes right there in the corner. And then when I need to move them around, they'll be easy to move around, and you won't have just loose stuff everywhere. When we do finally get the storage shed, because we can't get it yet, but when we finally get the storage shed, we just pick up the totes, take it to the storage shed. There you go. And that'll make things a lot easier, make things a lot more organized. So we're going to take, it is 8:59 p.m. We're going to take just maybe 30 minutes to an hour and try to organize what we can. And then we're going to start prepping the walls for paint. And we're going to talk about paint in just a second, because you'll see why. Motivation crew. I recently heard a quote. This one. It says, it's going to look worse before it looks better. Right on. Right on. probably looks exactly the same here to you guys, but we got a lot of work done in here. So we're gonna take a second to pause and talk about the plan. And when I talk about the plan, I'm talking about the paint and the aesthetics of the room. Now, all this was supposed to be done by tomorrow. My wife is out of town right now, and I wanted all this to be done by the time she got back. It's not gonna happen. So it snowed, they canceled school, kids were here. Of course, that killed that plan. Not a big deal. We're gonna get to it at some point. It's just gonna be a slower process. Anyway, so I wanted to start to talk about the plan. And when I was a kid, I wanted to be an artist, an artiste, if you will. So I drew this. So if you look at the top of it, right here is the beam right there. It's literally from this angle. Back up. It's literally from this angle right there. So the beam is at the top. That's the door right there. And that is the garage door on that side. So it kind of looks like it. Like I said, I think it's pretty good. So I showed it to my wife and she was like, oh, that's nice. She's like, you know, they have apps and websites for stuff like this, right? They do. I was going to paint it up and make it look all professional. They do have apps for stuff like this and they're free. So fellas, listen to your wives, all right? And this is the app right here. It's called Room Planner. We open up Room Planner. This is the one I did right here. This is my garage. Boom. Look at that. Now it looks cool. I'm gonna see if I can turn it aside. There we go. That is my actual garage, and that is the design. You know what? It'd be best if I just put it on the screen, wouldn't it? So this is the design of my dream garage, all right? I love this app because you can do everything super easy. As you see, the back wall is gonna be black. The ceiling up here is gonna be all black, including the beam. Scroll it around, that wall is gonna be black as well. And then the back door, the back wall with the garages on it will be a light gray, and the front wall will also be a light gray to match. Now, if you look in the corner, I said I just wanted to have one. Only thing that was gonna be in here was a toolbox. There's the toolbox. On the wall here where it says Coffee Power is actually gonna be a me and Car Keys logo. This one that says Aloha is actually gonna be the Motivation Crew logo. We're gonna put some pictures on the side of it like so. This side where you see these, right there, try to get real close to it. We have those red and white signs in the middle. Those are my license tags. We're gonna put those in the middle and have them centered with the beam. And we'll put some stuff on each side of it as well. As you see, the door is black. That might or may not happen, I'm not sure. And you see in the corner over here, you have these acoustic panels that will line the corner over there with some lights. So that is the plan. I really like this app because it is awesome. You can click from 2D to 3D and you can see your whole garage layout. These figures, these numbers 16 by 20 are not exact to my garage. I still don't know the square feet. I haven't looked it up. Once you go back to 2D, you can use this on a side where it says 360. You can go up and you can walk around the room however you want, which is really cool. One of the also cool things is you can zoom all the way out of the room. Look at that. And you can swirl around the room and it'll get rid of whatever wall that's behind you. That looks cool. So that's what my entire garage will look like. Now aesthetically, I want it to be kind of dark, but I also want it to have like a comfortable feel to it. So there's some more stuff I'm gonna add to it, but that is the gist of the garage. Now you see the app is really, really cool. I like using it. If you are trying to design your room, check out that app. There are several other apps. Now this company is not affiliated. I'm not affiliated with this company in any way, shape, or form. I just thought it was a really cool app when I found it. All right. So that is the design of the garage so far. Now, like I said, I didn't want the room to be super dark. That's why we're going a lighter gray on these walls and that wall back there. You see these garage doors are white, so that would help brighten it up as well. Well, those are the installation panels that are white. It'll brighten up as well. Now, what's good about my paint design is that I don't have to tape off too much. I actually love painting, right? I love painting. It's like therapy for me. But the taping off part, I hate taping off walls. I hate taping off walls. But let's get to it anyway. You're free to come help if you want to. Come on by. anytime you're painting two colors or you're painting lines, or you're painting stripes, here's a quick tip. Number one, you're gonna tape it off, of course. Run your finger through the edge of the tape to make sure that it's perfectly sealed all the way around so that you don't have paint bleeding through to your other color. That is like the worst thing in the world when you're painting and you take the tape off and you see the paint that's bled through. Horrible feeling. Same thing you can do to combat that bleed through is this wall's gonna be gray. This wall's black, of course. Get you some black paint and paint along the edge of this tape all the way across, kind of like you're cutting in. Do that first so that if anything bleeds through, it'll be the black paint that bleeds through and not the gray paint that bleeds through. Ha! I'm not a professional, but that's it's a good tip. Trust me, I've done it before. It works, okay? All right, y'all. First workout in the newly, freshly painted garage was intense, y'all. I don't know if it's something about the aesthetics of the room now, but the workout was incredible, and I credit it to the new paint on the walls. Wow, that looks incredible, y'all. It changed the whole outlook of the room. Let me close the garage door so you can see. All right, that's this side of the garage. It looks incredible. I was a little concerned about the white insulation panels against the gray and the black, but it actually works. It actually looks like fake windows or something, but it works very well. So earlier I was talking about my line with the tape. Look how crispy that line came out. Now it's not perfectly straight. As I was saying, the sheetrock is not perfectly straight in this room, but look around that room. That line is perfect, that side and that side as well. So that tape method really works, okay? So I wanted to get it with the garage doors open to add some more light in here so you can see it better. That looks incredible. So this angle right here is where I took the first before shot. So I wanted to get this shot as well. Now, we started painting 3 weeks ago, okay? It was literally snowing and 20 degrees outside when we started 3 weeks ago. Today, it's 65 degrees and it feels great. But it's a fake spring, it's not a real spring. Atlanta, we always get that. Anyway, so we started by going to the store and getting all these paint samples, blacks and grays, and we didn't use any of those, okay? And so we went with Tricorn black, that's the number right there. This is a Sherwin Williams color. They actually made it for me in a Valspar, right there. That's it right there. It says scrub shield on it. You should be able to, if something gets on the walls, you should be able to clean it with a rag or wet rag, and it should be just fine. That's why I went with that one. For the opposite walls, we went with this one. This is called Trainquil Gray. This is a Behr color. We were looking for agreeable gray with Sherwin Williams, but we found this one at Home Depot, and it worked very well. So with that being said, I want to give a huge shout out to my wife. My wife found this gray. So originally we had a different gray, and it came out blue when we put it on the walls. I don't know what that was about. And she looked up some actual true grays and found this one. So big shout out to her. She didn't come out here and help me paint at all, but she did give a lot of tips that helped me out a lot, like this gray. So big shout out to my wife. Here's a good view of the black in the sunlight. That looks incredible, y'all. I love the way that black looks. It makes the room look bigger and more full of something at the same time. It's almost like you're looking into the depths of something. The only downside to having black walls and black ceiling, well, there are two downsides. Two downsides. Number one is the black paint, and this is probably because it's matte black. It shows a lot of the imperfections in that the builders are responsible for. For example, you know, when they put the sheetrock together and they tape it and they mud over it, they sand it down, you can see where they didn't sand or they didn't mud or they just left it. There are cracks in the sheetrock. And the black paint brought out all those imperfections. And when it was builder grade beige before, you wouldn't have seen any of those imperfections at all. So that's one downside. And I had to go back and fix a lot of those things as I was working, which kind of slowed me down as well. The other downside to the garage is, I'll show you, we close the garage door. The other downside is that it is dark in here. It is super dark in here. And I kind of knew it was going to be dark, but I didn't think it would be this dark. Now, it's not a big deal because we plan on doing a light video anyway. We're going to add a ton of lights in here so it'll brighten the whole room up. But keep that in mind if you're gonna paint your garage black. It's gonna be dark, or any room for that matter. It's gonna be super dark. And that's also why we went with the gray here and the gray over here to kind of lighten it up a little bit. And for the fourth time, I'm gonna open it back up. So I keep opening and closing the garage because I need more light. Okay, so what do you guys think about the progress of the garage build so far? I think we're off to a good start. Like I said before, all this stuff was supposed to be in the shed, so there was supposed to be absolutely nothing in here, and that's kind of how I hoped it would be at this point. So we'd be able to paint, and we'd be able to do all the lighting and the decor and everything without all this stuff in the way. And unfortunately, you know, that hasn't happened, obviously. So, you know, it kind of is what it is. You kind of work with what you have. But for the next video, we're probably going to do lighting. I think that's what's next. And then after that, we're going to do probably decor, and we'll go from there. So, like I said, the garage is coming along. I think it looks great. Put in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think about the garage build. What you guys think about the color, Trainquil gray and Tricorn black. All right, so a couple tips I want to give before we end this video. Number one, get you a long handle brush. You see it right there in the right there, that green one. Get you a long handle brush. That brush extends to about 80 feet. So it helped a lot in painting like the ceiling, made things a lot easier. So get you one of those. Get you a wide roller. This is it holds an 18-inch roller. Get you one of those. Like I said, I'll leave all these in the description below, so it'll be easier for you to get to. Get you a drop cloth. Please get a drop cloth. I had to keep moving mine around, and I had like an old sheet that I used also for a drop cloth. So get you a proper drop cloth so you can cover everything. You don't have paint everywhere like I did. Also, make sure you know what kind of paint to get. All right, there's different types of paint, then different finishes. There's gloss, there's semi-gloss, there's matte, there's flat. So this is a flat paint all the way around the garage. Everything's flat. So make sure you know what paint you're using. And also, don't skip on paint. All right, so the black paint is not really the top tier paint. It's more somewhere in the middle. Get your top tier paint, okay? Just, you know, I'm trying to save money, trying to keep the cost down. So, but get your top tier paint because it will help things run a little smoothly, okay? It'll cover better and you won't have to do several coats. Next tip is tape. So make sure you take your time with taping, all right? Like I say, I like painting. I don't like the taping off portion of the process, but get you a good tape. We use frog tape. The one we used was in the green, it's the green frog tape. They also have a yellow one. I don't remember which one is supposed to be the better one. I used the green one because that's the only one they had in the store. So, and it worked very well. So also, like those tips I was telling you about earlier, when you tape off and you paint, use those tips. They help out immensely. As you saw, my line was extra straight and extra crispy. There was no bleed through whatsoever. Last tip, get you an angled brush and get you different size brushes. They help out as well when you're getting corners or you're trying not to get paint in certain places. And one more tip, get you some help, okay? Get your family, your friends, your spouse, your kids, whoever is willing to help you, get them to help you. Have a paint party, offer them lunch, whatever it takes, get you some help. Because this would be done in like a day if I had help. But like I said, I did everything by myself, which is fine as well, but get you some help, okay? Remember how at the beginning of the video I said I like painting? It's like therapy to me. I'm done painting. I do like painting, but I'm done painting. I don't want to paint anything else for a good 5 years, okay? So thanks for watching another video on the Main Car Keys channel. If you have any tips, put it in the comments below. Let me know how you feel, what you think about our garage and the progress that we're making. Till next time, Motivation Crew, thanks for watching. That's me, that's you, that's what we do. Till next time, I'll see you.